Hello folks and welcome back to Rome Total War. I am Conostip and this is going to be part 29 of my Imperial campaign where I'm playing as Egypt. And we are still just gearing up for the next phase of this campaign. I was sort of eyeing up the Armenians, thinking that they were going to be the next target. However, I have to say, the Seleucids, not the Armenians, the Seleucids have been the ones that have been a little bit testy. They've been sort of testing the waters here with their armies, and they have sort of been left alone for too long. I must say, they were facing great pressure from the Parthians and the Armenians and the Pontics and myself, and then I sort of left them off the hook and left them alone, and they've taken advantage of that. They've built up some forces here. Hatra, what do they have here in Hatra? Levy pikemen, phalanx pikemen, scythe chariots, archers. Yes, there's some decent pikeman units there. The phalanx pikemen with those upgrades, is that silver shields, silver weapons? Yeah, pretty scary stuff. And those scythe chariots as well. Pretty scary. What about down here in Seleucia? So 2 mystery units, and we don't know. That's a 5-star. Do we know what's in his army? Not much. We don't have much visibility here. So it would be worth actually bringing in a spy over there and checking that out. And then over here, scythe chariots and levy pikes, militia cavalry. So we don't know much about these forces, but we know that there's, you know, a decent amount of forces. And then, yeah, another Seleucid force has sort of tested the waters here by stepping into my territory. This isn't a full force by any means, but still, they are, you know, like, what are they doing? Scythe chariots, elephants, and yeah, that's kind of the main attractions there. My closest force that can respond to this is going to be my mercenary army led by Pamiophilopater. He has been sort of patrolling my grounds and laying down watchtowers, and I don't know if I would really trust this army to be defeating chariots and elephants. This is mostly Bedouin archers and Libyan mercenaries, Bedouin warriors, Arab cavalry. Really not much in the way of infantry. We have some Eastern mercenaries, but both of these units are pretty beat up. I could recruit some more Eastern mercenaries, so that's an option. He's a 3-star general, so that's also okay. But I don't know if I trust that army to defeat this army. Yeah, so I wonder if it's worth putting down a fort, maybe, along the road here in this pass. That is something to think about. Now, obviously, it's kind of a weird shape for this province, you know, because I don't have anything really of value over here. Like, if they want to sort of stomp all over my territory, that's one thing. Now, obviously, if they just hang out on my territory for long periods of time, then they're going to start to cause some devastation. That's going to be a loss of money for myself, and there is some trade coming along the road here that's sort of coming from, where would that be coming from? We get to the bridge, but then, okay, it's going all the way. Yeah, it is coming from Hatra, it appears. So it does look like there is some trade from Hatra to Arsacia. We can confirm that. So if we go, it's trade summary, yes. And yeah, we are getting some money from Hatra. 103 denarii to be exact. So I wonder, like, would they, standing on that road, that would be taking away their trade as well, so that would be kind of a weird move by them. But it hasn't come to that yet. But really, I mean, it, you know, just kind of points to the fact that it might be time to take them on. Yeah, they've built up some forces, and also like the Hanging Guards of Babylon as well. So what is this going to give? It's going to give a bonus to farming income. Yeah, that's pretty tasty. You know, that's probably worth having. I am building up some forces here in Susa, so is 1 stack going to be enough though? Against their 2 stacks? I would think not. I would think that I would have to continue to build up here. I do have this. This is a full stack. This is the army that I had sent down here to place down watchtowers. And hey, they are in the neighborhood, so that's an option. Having him come down here and supporting whatever army I can build up here in Susa, along with these guys as well. These guys are down here fighting rebels, so they can come up and join that army as well. That would be the beginnings of a possible Seleucid invasion force from the east. What about from the west, though? I have him. He can come over here and fight these rebels, actually, these brigands. I imagine they would just kind of flee. And nope, they didn't make it over the border. Well, let's get rid of them then. 2 archers. Yeah, we just have to use our cav and run them down. Today is a bad day to be an archer out in the desert if you are going to be attacking or raiding my territory. Yeah, these guys, this is not where you want to be. And I'm glad that I did play this battle too, because something's going on with my controls. Something happened here. I can't rotate my camera up and down, so you know, I can never have my camera exactly how I want it, can I? I didn't take any losses there. And I'm going to have to take a peek at my camera controls to see what's going on here. Well, after messing around with my camera options a little bit more, I just realized that the option that I had checked a little while back, the box where you check the FPS style of camera, I don't know how I missed this before, but I guess that sort of eliminates the ability of your in-battle camera to adjust its angle, which is awkward because I noticed in that last battle that using the F and R keys doesn't change the camera angle, it just changes the camera height. Like it would do like this or this, which is the same as my mouse wheel. So that was a little bit confusing. I didn't know that that was the case. I double checked it in custom battles just now, and yeah, if I uncheck that FPS style box, I can go back to being able to control that camera angle to being able to look up and down. But I think that I guess that was the major issue with my camera oftentimes jumping off into the horizon, was because anytime I use the right click to select or to have any actions with it, that was causing my camera to jump off into the horizon. I guess by using the FPS style camera, it sort of fixes that angle, therefore it never jumps around, which I guess has been better overall. But now that I know that I can't adjust my camera angle using the FPS style checkbox, it might be a little bit more awkward. I don't know. I guess I'll keep an eye. Keep an eye on it. But it's so far, I think it has been looking fine. I just noticed in that last battle that I couldn't adjust the camera angle, and that was kind of strange, I thought. So I can also fight some brigands down here as well. What do we have? 3 Eastern Infantry, 1 Archer, and then 1 Rebel General. I have my faction leader here, leading 3 Peltests and 1 Slinger. I guess they were moving up to Antioch. And I think the idea was to build a force here in Antioch that can sort of keep an eye on the Seleucids here in Tarsus. Well, I have another army that can march on Hatra. Hatra is not as well defended as Seleucia, and there's this Armenian army that's kind of looking like they want to go down into this province. So yeah, that would be kind of nifty to sort of team up on the Seleucids here, at least here in Hatra. I can let this Armenian army come in and fight first. I don't think that they would be victorious. They seem like they're a little bit on the weaker side. And the Armenians have just been banging their heads up against Hatra this entire campaign, so I don't imagine this time would be any different. I can at least let them be weakened a little bit by this conflict. For now, though, let's go ahead and fight these brigands. I need more than just this, though, so do I want to send down Teos Alexandra? You were coming up to lead this army. And then I have some forces here as well.
Sire.
Let's see, who do I want to remove from this army?
Sire.
Yeah, probably don't need
Orders.
all of these slingers, so I can leave one behind.
Sire. 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 Sire.
And they can merge with this general here.
The troops.
And now let's come down and fight
Prepare for battle.
them, and
Victory is ours.
let's go ahead.
My liege.
And I don't need
Sire.
my faction leader to come in, commanded by the AI. I'm sure this army will be more than capable of dealing with them themselves.
Once more.
The enemy is going to be starting on this hill off to the left, so let's go ahead and... I think I just want to... So the red line is right there, so I can't get too close to that. Let's go ahead and move up here, and you guys can go here. Chariots, nah, yeah, not a lot of space here. And they have archers, right? I already forgot. One unit of archers, perhaps? And I think this is going to be the first time that we get to use our Pharaoh's bowmen in a battle here. So yeah, here they are in their pretty sweet looking armored skirts. Yeah, they look pretty awesome, pretty badass. And we will just be shielding my main infantry force with my slingers in this battle. Let's start moving up here, and then am I going to have room alongside this red line? I think so. Chariots can try to fit in there. They are sending out their archers because it seems like they want to get some shots in on my chariots, perhaps. If that's the case, we can sort of push them back with my cavalry. And if they want to reposition, that's fine by me because they're sort of giving up that high ground in a way. And every time they reposition, they do continue to get me, or let me get a little bit closer. Yeah, they're giving up their high ground. That feels good. And my weak side cavalry can sort of keep contained here. Okay, no, they're going in for... They're getting ready to charge. So my slingers can start to fire. Or they can just get back. Either or. That works. Yep, get back, guys. Get back, get back. And we can go here with my guys. And we can go here with my chariot archers. And let's see. Oh, you guys wanna go? We have desert axes that can come in, and yeah, they charged right on into my Nile spears on that side. There we go, there we go. Nubian cavalry can go here, and chariots can start shooting. There we go, and cavalry can come in here, and you guys can come in as well. And their general is still hanging out, so let's just kind of come up here with my chariot archers. Let's see, he's firing missiles, so he has some javelins, eh? And do they want to charge? I reckon with all of my cavalry, we can take them out. You can continue to chase down those archers, please and thank you. And yeah, let's just get ready to swarm here with all my cavalry components. And yeah, if they want to... You're gonna charge into my chariot archers, or are you gonna keep dancing around? There we go. So they did kill 27 of our guys, but we got the victory.
And all the sweeter for being so decisive.
Yes. Yes, that feels good. And as I mentioned, let's see, is that a enemy army routes? Yes, yes. And you can continue to make your... Oh, we got ourselves a... Is that a Seleucid spy hanging out? Did we get that assassin? We did, yeah. I remember these things. Alright, can we get you? 18%. Shit, he has 4 eyeballs, damn. Accept mission. We got him. Oh shit. Wow. Oh man. Yeah. Hell yeah. And he is now cutthroat, +1 to his skill. I mean, is that it? I think he should get more than that. Okay, three eyeballs. Yep. Nice. Nice. Good job, dude. Is there any more? Any more for you to kill? Anything else? He's thirsty for blood.
Move out! Out of moves, Grave
Okay,
Lord.
so as I was saying, we can keep an army here to keep an eye on Tarsus, and we are in the process of building up another army here that can essentially, march on Hatra eventually, I think. Now, I am continuing to keep an eye on what's going to be happening up here. I can't quite see it yet, but when I can, I want to think about taking on this last Parthian settlement. And I think, so like, I'm in the process of building up an army here, but I don't want to leave Arsacia defenseless. So there should be an army up here keeping an eye on the Armenians. But I do want to take this off of the Parthians and give this to the Scythians, just to give them some more economy, basically. And then I had a thought, actually. I have an admission. A couple of days ago, I started experimenting with talking to ChatGPT about Total War stuff because a coworker told me to, and I sunk like 8 hours into talking to the robot about Total War, and it was very interesting. I got some really interesting answers regarding like Shogun 1 and Medieval 1. There was some stuff that it was incorrect about, but there was a lot of sort of hints at things that was giving me some ideas about stuff. And I can't take it all verbatim just because it's not absolutely correct about everything. But there was a lot of interesting, tidbits here and there that I don't know where it gets all of its answers. That's what I'm a little curious about, because I've scoured the internet as well, AI, to try to find these answers. But yeah, anyway, so here's what it was kind of talking about. I had many different chats with it, but one of the things that I was talking to it about was about my relations with the Scythians and sort of like why the Scythians have been so passive. And the AI did point out that the AI in this game does have different aggressive / defensive personalities, just like it does in Shogun and Medieval. Now, I am more aware of the different personalities in those games because it says so in the game files. I haven't looked a lot in the game files for Rome Total War, and I haven't seen a lot of people talk about the different personalities for the different factions in this game either. It doesn't mean they don't exist, I just hadn't really seen a lot of text on it myself. But the robot did tell me that, yes, there are personalities in this game, and the Scythians, for instance, are very defensive, according to it. Now, I would love it if, I'd like to hear your thoughts on this. Have any of y'all ever seen the Scythians really develop into an empire, essentially? I would imagine, see, my theory on it was just that the Scythians were poor. I thought that the unit roster was pretty capable. Their cavalry, especially, and I would imagine that their roster might be decent in auto-resolve. Maybe not, because cav do come in lower numbers than infantry, so maybe that kind of hurts the Scythians' ability to win their auto-resolve fights. So I don't know. I would like to hear your thoughts on this. But that's something that the robot was sort of hinting at, was that, yes, the Scythians are relatively passive. Therefore, despite all of my attempts to gift it money and to make sure that it has settlers and people to recruit, then that's mainly going to focus on defense and raiding rather than all-out conquest. And therefore, here's the thing. I've already sunk too much time and effort into this just to give up on it. I am going to continue to play around with this. Egypt, I think, is the perfect faction to play around with stuff like this. This is how I learned about this game, is by taking a faction that's just filthy rich, like the Egyptians, and playing around with it, seeing what it's capable, what can happen in this game with the diplomacy and whatnot. So I'm going to continue to try these things out. However, it might require some more hands-on approach to how I actually assist the Scythians in, them conquering more. And what that might entail, I was already thinking about this, right? Gifting this to the Scythians. But what if I don't stop there? What else can I do for them? Should I take a Dacian settlement and give it to them? I know there's also a settlement up here which would take forever for an army to get to. But what if I did that for them and, brought an army up here? There is gold up here. what if I built a mine here and then gave them the settlement? You know, really tried to like boost do whatever I can to boost the Scythians. Would they still remain defensive? It's worth trying. Like, why not with this campaign? With this campaign, why not? The Egyptians are just so good, and this is me just messing around. It's like easy mode as is. And this is with a, inefficient economy, way too many peasants, not having the Temple of Imhotep built in some of my best trading centers, which I am, fixing at this point. But yeah, this is this is Egypt being played, not even that well, and they're still a very capable faction. So yeah, why not do that? Why not build some armies up and take some settlements for the Scythians? Just why not? But in addition to that, I was talking to the robot about what other factions then, and I was talking about the Spanish and my attempts at the Spanish, and the AI, the robot, was sort of saying like, hey, well, the Spanish are more aggressive than the Scythians, but they really do require to take the Iberian Peninsula to really kind of dig into to access their aggressiveness. Once they do that, then yes, they can sort of use the wealth of the Iberian Peninsula to be a little bit aggressive. Okay, good. Well, the bad news is they haven't done that yet. This is still held by rebels, and this is still held by the Gauls. So, and they are at war with the Gauls, so there's no excuse for that. They should be taking this off of the Gauls. And the Gauls are getting trounced by the Julii and the Britons. Like, they are a weak faction. What about here? This is still held by the Gauls. Okay. This is the Britons, though. Yeah. Wow. But yeah, so it's interesting. The AI was saying that the ChatGPT was saying that the Germans and the Gauls are a bit more aggressive. The Britons are. It said that Britons aren't that aggressive, and I feel like that depends. I feel like I've seen the Britons do very well, mainly because I suppose their auto resolve really does favor them because of their chariots. So yeah, I don't know if the ChatGPT was correct in that assessment, but with the Spanish, it did say that, yes, there's a little bit more hope in maybe propping them up a little bit. But yeah, then I started to think, well, if I'm going to send some armies to assist the Scythians, maybe I should send some armies to assist the Gauls. Take these settlements, give it to them, So I don't. Why not? Why not? I just keep coming down to that question. Why not? So, here in my core Egyptian territories, I've been holding off on building or training up solid quality, next generation armies because I don't need them down here. I was thinking at some point, yes, I can build up my high tier armies and send them to Anatolia, but I'm not really ready for this phase of the campaign yet. I'm still kind of focusing on, well, Seleucids and the Armenians eventually, and yes, this stuff up here. So, what if I train up some armies here in my core Egyptian territories and send them out west to take some settlements for the Spanish? And while that is happening, I can continue to train up some armies here in Arsacia and potentially also Susa and send them up north to, assist the Scythians. And while all of that is happening, also work on the Seleucids and the Armenians. Now, that is typically, for my tastes, a bit too much going on. But if I have the economy to do so, then why not do so? And yes, in my own admission, I have been playing this campaign rather slow as is. So why not get a move on? Why not? My economy's okay, and it's going to be getting better when I take the Hanging Gardens of Babylon. So I think at this point, let's pump out some armies, like nonstop. From my Syrian provinces, from my Egyptian provinces, from my Eastern provinces, let's just start going ham and taking some territory. I would like to get some diplomacy going between myself and the Armenians so that when I do smash them up a bit, I would like to get a protectorate going. But that's not really on the table right now. Right now I'm thinking more, as I said, Seleucids, and sending us some armies to assist the Scythians and Spanish. And down here, I can't quite remember what was the purpose of these armies down here. Maybe I was going to send the mercenaries out east, perhaps. Maybe I was going to do that. Having another general out east isn't the worst idea. That is something worth considering. I think... Gosh, it's going to be a trek though, isn't it? It would be a trek to get out there. Well, how about this? I can have these desert... gosh, they could be useful too, actually. Because I don't know if I have desert axes out here yet. No, not in Susa and Arsacia. I am working on the city barracks here, but I don't think I can train them yet. And Susa, how far away am I? So city barracks, yeah, so that would allow me to get them there. So I'm not that far away from being able to get them. But this is a large stone wall. So having some desert axes to help take that down would be nice. So let's have this then. Tahotep, you can... I mean, you've been around a long time, man. You can essentially retire. Do I want to actually give... I know I wasn't going to, like, do this. But... giving some of these ancillaries or these retinue to the other man, Mutnojmet Epiphanes. What do we have here? Priest of Horus. Doctor. Doctor's a good one. Increase the chances of having children. And improves the chances of casualties recovering from their wounds. Yeah, that's good to have. Mathematician, +1 management. Priestess of Isis, +1 management, and increases the chances of having children, so +1 in public health. And Easterner Turncoat, +1 command when fighting against Eastern enemies. Now, I mean, yes, the Armenians do count as Eastern enemies, so there is that. So I guess that could still be useful. So why not do it then? Let's do this. I've never done this before. How do I... So I have to open this up, I think, and then just drag him down, I think is how it goes. I don't know what the cap is. So you already have one guy, and this is a good one. The mercenary captain's good. +1 command and 10% discount on unit training cost, 2% bonus to cash gain from looting. Yeah, that's a good one. So let's do... Is the cap... I wonder, what is the cap? Is it like 6 retinue? I don't know. I guess I'll find out. 2, 3, 4, 5. So what about... Let's just do like the priest of Horus and the doctor, priestess of Isis, and Easterner Turncoat. So now he has 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So let's do that. And then you can retire here in Basra. And then this army can start to make its way. Let's actually drag it out so that I can try to remember where they're headed. Yeah, that looks good. Now let's get these spies moving up as well. You come up here. You come up there. Yeah, that looks good. I want you staying here. And then you come out here. And then... Do I have anyone else? Yeah, I want you to stay put. Do I have more agents coming out? Ooh, I didn't train any more agents. Oh, okay. And I can't afford any more. Alright, let's just leave it that for now. I got a bit more vision, so that's okay. And I guess I could continue to train up. I have a spy in here. Yes, I do. And...
Assassin ready. He shall be
let's see, going after 95% chance of killing that family member. Ooh, damn. Huh. That seems good. Yeah, you only have 5 eyeballs and you have a... Why is it so... Oh shit. Ha! One of his retinue, pet idiot. Wow. Dribbling can be very unattractive, but funny. Well, when it's not a relative. Oh my god. That's so mean. -2 influence and -1 from personal security increases the chances of of falling victim to assassination. Oh man, I have to kill him just for that. Just to like just you have to. God. Oh god, that's so mean. So that man has been killed, and now he is a murderer. +2 to the agent's skill. Oh god.
Assassin ready.
So now he's a 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Yeah, not bad, not bad. All right, now how about this then?
Assassin ready.
Let's see.
He shall be extinguished.
So 10% to kill the faction leader. I don't think I need to do that, but let's see. Is there anything here that I want to get rid of? I can keep knocking down the yeah, the large temple of Anahit. Why not? And yep, it's been a success. And that is fine. I don't think we have any assassins for up here. That's okay. That's okay. All right. Enough dilly-dallying. Let's go ahead and end this turn. And, oh yeah, that's right. I was going to go talk to the Romans as well. Oh my god, the Scythians. Did the Scythians just move? Holy shit. That's insane. What are they doing? What are they doing? What'd you do? Are you at war with the You're not at war. Thrace is your protectorate. Okay. 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 Interesting. Interesting. Is this still Thrace? So Thrace still has two territories. Okay. Sitting on 5,000. Not super great. The Brudii are the most advanced. Good for them. Sendebi, the lady lies dead. Are still gone to join the Osiris in the afterlife. Okay. And yes, the temples of Imhotep have been built up. That feels good. And yeah, we get some stuff recruited as well. Awesome. Alright, so I think I can continue building those temples of Imhotep. That's a lot of money, but what will that be giving me? Nothing? That won't be giving me a trade increase? Oh, is the trade increase happen only at the end? Okay. So if I come down here, and this is Osiris, Imhotep. So it is just, okay, it is just public health and happiness up until the very end. Okay. Got it. So I have to get to the very end. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, I'm curious to see how much that's going to be. And Antac has one more turn left on their Temple of Imhotep. I do want to continue to yeah, make some progress on those temples.
My liege.
Let's see though. This is something I want to remind myself to do. I want to keep talking to the Romans just to see, like, can we get map information, because they were saying no before. And yeah, they just can't. They can't match it. Like, that's so annoying. What about you?
Awaiting your command.
Anything? Map information, map information. They cannot match it.
Great one.
I don't want you to just, you know, just give it to me. Don't. Oh, no. That's annoying. Like, still, their offers is trade rights and their demands is map information. Like, no, the opposite. I want the opposite of that. Yeah. It's too bad. I would like to know more about the world. I would. Oh well. Now I can finally take a peek at this Parthian settlement up here.
My ears are yours.
What do we got? What's up here? So they have 13,000 people. Is that a lot? I can't. 13,000. I mean, once I'm finished with it, it's not going to be a lot. And it's just, ooh, it's just one person. It's just the faction leader, 2 stars. It's just him and any troops. Another character, 3-star general. And then some hillmen. Barely anything. There's barely anything up there.
Ready to sail.
Oh boy.
Sail.
I think that's going to be my target.
Sire. Your obedient servant.
I think that is going to be my target. So let's see. Diplomat start heading towards the
Yes,
Scythians,
my
actually.
liege.
What do we got? Some brigands hanging out. 2 peasants. Okie dokie.
Your humble
Continue to
servant.
move along. And we don't have any info on them yet. No.
No more
Population.
news, sir.
Can we get closer and can we find out?
Forward!
14,000. That's not as much as the others, is it?
Mighty general.
Have we found our new home?
March!
Because 14,000, that's not like... This is like insane, right? This is more... 19... Okay, so that's not the biggest difference, but... I think saving these settlers for the Tribus Sake, this province, because I'm gonna have to raise this settlement or exterminate the settlement just to keep it under control population wise or public order wise. So even though there's almost 14,000 people there, I think that those settlers will be better used up there. Now, even though this is a tough bullet to bite, I think that building that next tier, that awesome Temple of Imhotep here in Salamis, I think that that's what I need to do right now. Just so that I can eventually make some more money off of Salamis by getting that final tier going. So let's just do that. Doesn't leave me with a lot left to spend, but I can still at least train up another soldier or 2. So I can look at here, and I'm working on the Pharaoh's Bowman here in Antioch. So, if I'm going to be building up another army that I have going... Oh, I got assassin... Okay, I built up another assassin. I got 2 assassins here. Or is that the one that was already hanging out? Okay, I guess it was just that one. And army-wise, though, yeah, I'm in the process of getting that other army together.
Orders?
So I may as well train up some more... Let's see, what am I doing here? So I'm retraining these guys. Let's see, what am I thinking? Desert axes? Yeah, I can only get them in Jerusalem right now. So let's train up some more of those guys. And should I get some more chariots? No, I don't think so. Also, the Seleucids have sort of pieced out of my region, so that was nice of them. They've just kind of crossed over the bridge, and they don't seem to be threatening, so I'm going to be I'm going to continue to hang out here in this area with this mercenary force, just to sort of keep an eye on this part of this province. And I'm thinking that maybe, since the Armenians really don't seem that threatening right now, and since the Parthians up here are so weak, I mean, I was thinking about building up 2 armies, but my goodness, it's very tempting just to get this army all like fitted out and then just put them on a boat, send them up to this, what is it called? Campus Sake? Yeah. Send them up there and just, let them go ham. So that's kind of what I'm thinking there. And then down here, we still need to build this army up by a little bit. What can we get down here? Yeah, Eastern Mercenaries. Yeah, okay. And they're continuing to like sort of look across. I don't like it when they look in my direction, you know? It's like they're staring at me. So you're just gonna hang out here and stare right back at them. Try to keep them in place. Okay, let's drop a save. Let's end another turn and let's see if there's been any movement. No movement, eh? Oh, okay, yeah, there's been some movement. Yeah. Huh. Okay. You're back again, eh? Huh. Interesting. Yeah, they are he's gonna look at me. Well, we are sitting on 6,000. That feels a little bit better. and a worthy life ends. So this is going to be my diplomat that was hanging out with the Numidians, I imagine. No, this is the diplomat hanging out with the Scipioni. Okay, so I'm still hanging out with the Numidians. Good, I do like that. And yeah, cavalry stables, large temple of Imhotep, city barracks, good stuff. Building up my military infrastructure always feels good. And building up my troops as well. And diplomatic, alright, so the Romans are at war with the Macedons, and the Bruttii and the Dacians have broken their alliance, and there's been a ceasefire between the Dacians and the Romans, and then, oh, the following factions have become client kingdoms, abandoning their independence and sovereignty. So there has been, that's weird, they've broken up their alliance, and now the Dacians have become a protectorate of the Bruttii. Okay. I think that's what that meant, right? No, yeah, it's not showing it right now. Interesting. It's a little bit weird. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about them in the Bruttii. Yeah, I thought I mentioned that, or I thought I saw that earlier in this campaign, or maybe it was my Julia campaign, but I thought I saw an instance before where it said that a faction had become a protectorate, but they hadn't. Yeah, they still have their 3 settlements, so there'd be no reason for that to happen, I don't think. Oh, okay, perfect timing. We have some brigands that they just pop up, and I happen to have an army moving right on through this territory. So let's go say hi to these brigands. 1 archer, 2 mystery units. We should be able to deal with them, no problem. And then you can finally come down here. Let's place a watchtower like So I was advised that I should keep them a little bit further away from my roads, just so that rebel armies don't accidentally like end up on roads and clamp down on my trade. So, how about come out here and build a watchtower, just because this was sort of a dark area before. So yeah, let's do that. Then you come back up to Susa, and you also come up to Susa. There we go. And yeah, we're getting close to having a full strength army here in Susa. That feels pretty good. And yeah, having 2 units or 2 armies to take on Seleucids is it's gonna feel good, especially if this army just buggers off like this. Like, it makes me think that this might be the right time to initiate a war against the Seleucids, you know, defeat this army while it's well away from its main territories. And then clamp down on Seleucia with my armies that are nearby.
Sire!
Yeah, that doesn't seem like the worst idea. And then these armies that are here in Assyria, it's like a stack and a half, kind of. Maybe a little less. Yeah, that's not too threatening. But the Armenians did bugger off as well. Okay, I wonder why. What else would command their attention? Are the Armenians doing anything but fighting the Seleucids? No, they're not. They're just fighting the Seleucids. And the Pontics still exist. I wonder if they're going to try to assist the Pontics against the Greeks because there's only 1 more Pontic settlement. I wonder if that's what they're going to do. I do have some spies that I trained up in Salamis, so I may as well bring them on over to Anatolia. I kind of had forgotten that I had done that. So let's go ahead and bring them on over so that we can get a bit more vision up here. Are you stuck? There you go. And yeah, the boat can come back here. And then I just have an archer unit that's sort of outdated for my northern armies, and I would rather it be down here in Egypt and hang out with my outdated armies down here. Why not do that? Alright, so I have a bit of money. Do I want to spend it all on soldiers? I don't know. I think I do want to spend some money on buildings, honestly. That might be all of my money left, but let's see. Let's at least make sure that I continue to train soldiers in my eastern front. I think that's the most important front to me, because I want Seleucia to be sort of my next priority. I think that the Hanging Gardens of Babylon will be a good boost. And I'm going to continue to stare them down. Like, let them... Do I want to initiate? See, if this army was, like, right here on the border, ready to move on in instantly, I would be a little bit more tempted. But the fact that they're just a little bit out of position makes me hesitate. And if I could draw this army, if this army wants to like bypass me and continue to go into my territories, they might be easier to defeat, you know, up against the walls of one of my settlements. For instance, like, Palmyra now does have a stone wall, so like, you know, if they want to come at me, like, come at me, bro. I should be okay. After putting in some build orders and some retraining orders in my eastern two settlements, the only money that I have left now is to... I could go for an awesome Temple of Imhotep here in Antioch. Again, it's not going to be giving me an income increase yet, but it will eventually once I get that final level. I think that's the second to last temple, so I will be getting close there in Antioch and Salamis to getting those good income boosts. But I do also have to face the reality, which is that my income has been decreasing over the course of this episode, and obviously that is from all of the armies that I'm training up, and it's going to be time eventually to make use of them instead of just to continue to build them up and to sit on them. And considering that some of those armies that I'm building up are sort of geared towards, you know, helping other factions win their wars and not so much towards, you know, helping myself. Let's not forget to bring you down.
Set sail!
But yeah, that also, you know, obviously doesn't help my cause to have those armies sucking up my upkeep just for, you know, kind of, it's not just to help other factions, you know, for like no reason. It's to help them so that they can help me in the future. That's kind of the idea there. So it's a long-term investment. But it definitely is sort of forcing my hand to consider to attack the Seleucids a little bit sooner than I would like to. This is a pretty good opportunity to take out a good portion of their strength in an isolated manner. However, I have to face the reality, which is that
My liege!
you are not quite ready to go. And this army, it's also, you know, it's being retrained, and it's also not quite up to stuff. Now, I could go soon. Maybe in a couple turns or so, I could start to attack Seleucia. And Hatria as well. Like, I'm sort of in the neighborhood of being able to attack it. I have an army down here that is being retrained as well, so they could be ready to go. Also, in, yeah, bro, maybe 2 or 3 turns, they can be ready to attack Hatra. My Antioch garrison is getting up to speed as well. So it's close. It really is close. But it's now the time to really, you know, make sure things are definitive. We have seen this Seleucids time and time again kind of march into my territory and then march out. So it's hard to say that this is the exact moment to make this move. I feel like I should be hanging on for just a couple more turns just to make sure that things are looking okay, things are looking smooth, and then I can make my move. But you know what? That is all going to have to wait until next time. As always, I hope you have enjoyed this one, and thank you very much for watching. This has been Conasip playing Rome Total War. Thank you very much, and goodbye.